What's happening, Manhwa champions? Don't forget to leave your feedback and smash that like button. Now let's dive into this epic tale. Mok Sword Manor, Manor Master's chamber. The scene opens with the grand hall looming under the sunset sky. From within, a loud shout echoes, "Get out of here!" Inside, tension thickens. The shaman stands defiantly in front of Go-chan, blocking his path. His face is tense, his voice urgent. "It doesn't matter if you're his son or whatever. Leave immediately. Have you not heard what Lady Seok said?" Go-chan's eyes narrow. "Who are you to kick us out?" he challenges. Behind him, Jeong simply observes, looking down at the writhing Manor Master, his body convulsing in pain. The shaman doesn't relent. "Our efforts to control the mysterious illness have been reversed. The murderous energy will only make things worse." He glares at Go-chan. "Get out!" His body trembles as he steps forward, hands held out in a desperate plea. "Please, get out. If things go wrong..." His voice catches in his throat. His eyes widen in pure horror. Jeong's gaze sharpens as he looks back at his father's body. The mysterious illness. Just as the words leave his lips, boom! A violent burst of purple energy explodes from the Manor Master's body. His body levitates off the bed. The red strings connected to his limbs strain as his body contorts, his mouth wrenched open in a soundless scream. His eyes, blood red. The shaman stares, frozen in shock. "He's taken over the Manor Master." The murderous aura intensifies, swirling like a vortex around the room. The shaman snaps his attention to the two men beside him. "You two? Help me hold him down." Go-chan turns, sweat dripping down his face. "Hold him down," he stammers. "Hurry," the shaman screams, lunging forward. As he clasps his hands together, about to begin another chant, the talisman on the Manor Master's chest begins to peel away. The red strings come loose, untying from his limbs as his writhing grows more violent. The shaman yanks another talisman from his sleeve. Slap! He plants it onto the Manor Master's forehead. "This charm shall overpower the evil spirits within, cure the sickness, swallow all evil." But the Master's body only reacts violently. A deafening roar escapes his lips, his body convulsing as the purple veins pulsate, spreading further. Go-chan clenches his jaw, holding onto the Master's arm as tightly as he can. Suddenly, the Manor Master's hand lashes out. Crack! Go-chan's arm twists, snapping with a sickening pop. His eyes go wide, tears filling them as his scream of agony rips through the room. The shaman stumbles backward, horrified. "Ha! He's even stronger now." The red strings snap, falling to the ground. The Manor Master's body plummets back onto the bed. But he still grips Go-chan's arm. The shaman's voice turns sharp. "Hold on, you'll be in danger too if the evil spirit moves on to you." Go-chan turns. Horror fills his eyes. The black veins begin moving, spreading down his arm. "Why would you tell me that now?" he screams. He struggles, pulling, yanking, desperate to free himself. But the grip is unbreakable. "It's coming!" Terror fills Go-chan's face as the creeping shadow moves closer. Just then, swoosh, a flash of silver. Blood spurts everywhere. Go-chan's eyes widen in disbelief. The Manor Master's hand, severed. It flies through the air. Blood explodes from the stump, splattering across the walls, the floors, everywhere. A beastly growl erupts from the Manor Master, the air around him thick with bloodlust. The shaman stands in stunned silence. You just... His voice quivers. Go-chan sits frozen, clutching his broken arm. His eyes dart up. Jeong stands before him, his sword still dripping with blood. His expression, a wide, unhinged grin. The severed hand twitches on the ground, purple energy still writhing from it. Jeong's gaze flicks to the spirit dash. He raises his sword again and lunges. Go-chan's voice rings out. "Are you gonna again? No, stop!" Swoosh! Jeong's blade flashes once more, severing the rest of the Manor Master's arm. Blood erupts. A crimson spray fills the room. Go-chan instinctively shields himself, his mind screaming. This crazy bastard. He just cut off the Manor Master's arm? Chan chokes out, horror plastered on his face. The severed arm crashes onto the ground, purple energy swirling violently around it. Thump. Suddenly, a talisman slaps onto the dismembered arm. A sizzling sound erupts as the cursed energy is sealed. Chan leaps onto the bed, quickly wrapping the bleeding wound. "We need to stop the bleeding," he shouts, his hands working frantically. Nearby, the shaman kneels, staring at the severed limb, his face twisted in frustration. What a mess, he thinks bitterly. I failed at my job, and now the Manor Master has lost an arm. His fists clench as a dark realization forms. I need to get out of here before I take the blame. I'll just do the bare minimum and leave. But before he can even move, a cold-blooded sword touches his neck. His breath hitches, sweat beads on his forehead as he slowly looks up. Jeong stands over him. His gaze, sharp, calculating, deadly. "What is the meaning of this?" the shaman demands, voice wavering. Across the room, Go-chan stiffens. "Young master?" Chan exclaims. Jeong simply raises a finger to his lips. Silence. Then, his voice calm, dangerous. "Is this the reason the Manor Master wasn't in good condition?" His eyes flick toward his father's writhing body. The shaman swallows hard. Can't you tell? This was what was taking over his body. And it's not over yet. He might still die. There's no time for this, or... The shaman hesitates. "Do you also want the Manor Master dead?" At his own words, the shaman realizes he has just made a grave mistake. His heart plummets. "Shit." Jeong's lips curl into a slow, sinister smile. "Who?" he muses, his blade pressing ever so slightly closer. "Who wanted the Manor Master to die?" Go-chan tightens his fist. He watches the exchange silently, tension coiling inside him. "Was it the person who hired you?" Jeong presses. The shaman raises his hands in surrender. "There's a misunderstanding." Jeong's blade glints under the lantern light. "Oh, my blade is even closer to your throat now," Jeong murmurs. "I think honesty is your only option if you want to live." The shaman trembles, frozen in fear. Finally, he blurts out, "The First Lady." The room falls deathly silent. "The First Lady said it wasn't necessary to spare the Manor Master's life," the shaman confesses, his words rush desperate. "She ordered me to use the evil spirits to find the secret manual and the Manor Master's seal." Go-chan's eyes widen in shock and fury. Jeong narrows his eyes. "The secret manual? The Manor Master's seal?" he questions, tilting his head slightly. Meanwhile, Go-chan grits his teeth. "Shit! She's done it now!" He can already picture the First Lady's calculating smile. "If we hadn't come here, the first son would have succeeded the Manor Master without resistance." Go-chan clenches his fist so tightly his nails dig into his palm. He can't let this happen. "Young master," he shouts, his voice urgent, "we must save the Manor Master." Jeong casts him a side glance. Go-chan's breathing is ragged, his face pale with realization. "I need to prevent the first son from taking power. Otherwise, the First Lady will try to have you killed." Jeong considers his words, then places a finger on his chin, deep in thought. "Makes sense," he muses. "I have interrupted her plans." The shaman shifts slightly, his lips parting. "Young master, I can save him," he pleads. "I'll do it, no matter what." Before he can finish, Jeong lowers his sword. "Number 1, do it." The shaman's breath catches. "Sorry?" Jeong simply smirks, resting the bloodied sword on his shoulder. His next words, calm yet commanding. "Find the location of the secret manual and the seal." The shaman's eyes widen in horror. Across the room, Go-chan's expression mirrors his shock. "If we try to intervene again," the shaman hesitates, "the Manor Master could be in serious danger." Jeong's patience thins. "Hurry." Go-chan's thoughts race, his pulse pounding. He's out of his mind. What is he planning? The shaman hesitates. Then finally, he nods. All right, Manor Master's chamber. The dim lanterns flicker above, casting eerie shadows across the room. The three figures remain, frozen in place. Jeong, his sword still bloodied. Go-chan, clutching his broken arm. The shaman, preparing to continue his ritual. The shaman kneels once more, restringing the Manor Master's body with red threads, connecting them to the severed arm and... a wooden figure. Jeong's eyes narrow. What's that? He asks, his voice calm but watchful. The shaman turns to him, his expression eerily calm. A vessel, he explains. If the Manor Master comes into contact with the evil spirit again, he may actually die. So we will link this to him and trick the evil spirit into thinking this is the Manor Master. Jeong watches as the shaman places the vessel on the severed arm. Then I'll begin. The shaman raises a yellow talisman in one hand, clutching a red string in the other. He begins to chant, "Great calamity, changes of earth and heaven." The evil spirit begins to flow along the red string. The shaman continues. The five wisdoms are the refuge that gods and demons alike cannot harm. Let the effects of the ritual be manifested in haste. Suddenly, the severed arm jerks alive. A blue and purple energy swirls around it. It grasps the wooden vessel, its clawed fingers tightening. Then, scream! The Manor Master's body convulses. His eyes turn blue, his mouth foaming. Jeong and Go-chan stiffen, their faces etched with uncertainty. The shaman, undeterred, continues, "The five wisdoms are the refuge. Gods and demons alike cannot harm." His fingers twist into symbols, but sweat drips down his face. He knows. The evil energy is too strong. If I force anything further, the evil spirits will be freed. His eyes flick toward Jeong, but there's no way he would listen to me. What should I do? Then, a sneaky smile forms on his lips. He straightens and speaks. "Young master," he says, "I will now restrict the evil spirits, but is it okay for him to be here?" His gaze shifts to Go-chan. Jeong and Chan exchange glances. Go-chan hesitates. Then, "I guess it would be strange for me to stay," he mutters. Turning on his heel, he heads toward the door. "I'll excuse myself for a bit." Slam! The door closes. The shaman smirks subtly. Raising his two fingers, he begins again. "Then I'll begin." He resumes chanting, "Great calamity, changes of earth and heaven." A golden light flares between his hands. The Manor Master's body shakes violently. His hair flails wildly as he growls. The shaman finishes the incantation. A sinister voice rumbles from the Manor Master's body. "Why? Who calls upon me?" Jeong and the shaman stiffen. The shaman breathes. "It's done." His fingers shift into another sign. "Let the effects of this ritual be manifested in haste." He leans forward. "Heed my questions." The evil spirit laughs. "What question?" The purple aura writhes around the room. The shaman's voice lowers. "Where is the Manor Master's secret manual and seal?" The Manor Master's body convulses. Crackling, he grins. "The Medicinal Hall, underground." Jeong's brows furrow. "Past the front stone door." The words EKHO. Go-chan, just outside, shudders. The shaman nods, but then the evil spirit writhes uncontrollably. The severed arm crushes the vessel. The shaman's face turns pale. "Young master, cut the string," he shouts. Jeong turns. "The string?" "The evil spirit is trying to take over the Manor Master," the shaman yells. "Hurry!" The red string blackens. A shadowy figure slithers up the thread. Jeong's eyes sharpen. Swoosh! The sword flashes. The string snaps. The evil spirit falls, but it doesn't dissipate. Instead, it begins forming hands. They creep toward Jeong. What the hell? His foot steps back. The hands slither up his legs. Jeong grits his teeth. "What is this?" he hisses. He snaps his head toward the shaman. The shaman is grinning. Jeong's eyes widen. The shadowy hands lurch forward, engulfing Jeong's face. His eyes go wide. The screen fades to black. Gulp! Jeong's been betrayed, but who unleashed the evil spirit? Find out in the next episode. But before you go, don't forget to tap like if you enjoyed the episode, subscribe for more epic recaps, turn on notifications so you never miss a chapter. And with that being said, Manhwa Champions, we're going to bring this video to an end. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I will catch you all later. Peace.